everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube. So obviously it has been a very long time since I've done a vlog. I did start my YouTube up earlier this year, but if I'm completely honest, I just got massively overwhelmed with work and I just couldn't keep up with it. However, I do feel like I now have a good work-life balance and that YouTube is something that I can now pursue again. So I'm really excited to be back behind the camera, even though I'm a little bit nervous, I won't lie. So today I'm going to take you through a typical Friday. I say a Friday because it's not a typical day in the life. Like Monday to Thursday are relatively similar in the sense that I do PTs, I do online client work, I train, I eat, I try and get in a little bit of downtime. But then on a Friday it is slightly different in the sense that I don't PT and I spend a lot more time working on the business rather than in it. That being said, I do have like a few new online clients to set up today. But the majority of the day I'm going to be doing things like my mentoring calls, kind of looking at my systems. I'm just kind of doing all the boring businessy stuff. It's not really boring, like I do enjoy it, but I do enjoy my client work a lot more. Like I'm a better coach than businesswoman and I will openly admit that. But I'm working on it, which is why I do have a mentor. So first and foremost, I'm going to go and train, get my session in. It's an upper body day. And then I will come back. I've got a mentoring call at 12 PM. And then I'll begin my client setups and implementing any things that I learn on the mentoring call. So that's kind of what my day is looking like. I've got a few calls with potential new clients later and an onboarding call for a new girl that's starting with me next Monday. So I'll just kind of run through her plans with her, make sure she knows exactly what she's doing so she can just kill it from the get-go. So I'm really looking forward to that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Right guys, so I'm back from the gym. I actually had a really good upper session, progressed on pretty much everything that I did, which was awesome. You actually didn't see the whole session there because my camera died towards the end and you didn't see the final 3 exercises. Yes, that is my first rookie YouTuber mistake, not taking a spare battery with me, but we live and we learn. So the final 3 exercises that I did were reverse flies for the rear delts. I did cable tricep extension, so but across the body, so holding the cable and just coming down and out to the side, really squeezing the tricep at the bottom. And then I did cable bicep curls as well. The time is now, oh my god, 11:45. I have my mentoring call at 12, so I really need to get some food down me. I'm just gonna make a chicken salad with some pasta. I pretty much eat this most days, to be honest. It takes me 5 minutes to make because I do buy my chicken pre-cooked, I buy my pasta pre-cooked. But look, right, it fits my macros, it's time efficient, I'm always constantly busy, so I just do what works for me to make sure that I hit my nutrition targets and stay on track, and that is not cooking my own food, basically. So I'll put it together and then I'll show you what I'm having. Okay, so this is the finished product. Gordon Ramsay's gonna love me. I've got some spinach, a salad tomato, some cucumber, the pasta and some chicken, and then I'm just going to add in some sweet chili sauce. This one is 24 calories per 15 grams, so it's lovely.
So if you have a post which obviously has a lot more engagement than any other post, what that will do is it'll boost the overall engagement of anything else. So for example, you might hit the explore page, your other content will go up, your reel views will go up, and then you've got more chance of just being seen in general.
That is my mentoring call all wrapped up. It was really nice to kind of hear how some of the coaches that I met in Spain have been getting on over the last week, and also found out that my fulfillment coach is having his first child, so really exciting news there. We in the call we focused on social media and different kind of strategies and tactics that we can use on there, so I am looking forward to giving those a go, because obviously social media is such a huge part of my job of coaching. So yeah, I'm always looking to learn and get better at it. So it's 1 o'clock now. I have calls from 3 o'clock, so I've got quite a few calls this afternoon running into the evening. So I'm going to use the next 2 hours to begin programming for my new starters. So I'm going to go get to work. I'll probably have some food just before I start my calls, so if I do, I will show you what I eat. And then I'll probably have one more meal later on. Guys, so it is now 4:45. I've just finished setting up 2 new starters and had my 3 PM consultation call with a lovely lady called Ashley, who has decided to go ahead with coaching with me too, so I'll be getting her set up over the weekend. I didn't actually have time to eat before the call, so I'm going to go make myself some cream of rice now. If you don't know what cream of rice is, it's basically like, it's like baby food but for bodybuilders. It's a fast-acting carbohydrate. It's really easy to digest and it just tastes really good, so I'll show you what that is once I've made it. But yeah, after that I am going to tidy my room and take a little break from work because I've been like go for hours now, and then I will carry on working for a little bit. I've got a couple more calls to go, so doing, Mum?
Right, that goes there.
What are you doing?
Go away.
Why have you got butter out to build furniture?
We haven't got butter out to build furniture. Right, that goes there. That's suster. That's the top bit. That's the drawer.
That's the drawer.
Well, when you get instructions like that,
it's not very helpful, is it? Wow, really in-depth instructions there.
and the bits aren't even marked.
Well, you know what? It's a challenge, and what do we say to challenges, Mum?
Fuck off.
Right, so like I said, it's literally just like baby food. They're for adults. Good afternoon, everybody. So it is actually the day after now. So basically by the time I'd finished my calls yesterday, I was just absolutely knackered and I just needed to wind down and relax. So I ended up having a chicken tikka for my last meal. However, I did only have like the sauce, the chicken and naan bread. Reason being is I just didn't have enough carbs to have rice as well, and I'd rather sacrifice the rice than the naan bread. Some people may find that a little bit weird, but for me it's just staying within my nutrition targets, and I still really enjoyed the meal. So that's what we did for my last meal. I thought I would wrap up this vlog by just answering a couple of the questions that I got over on my Instagram. So the first one is from Matea, and she said that she had read something about protein supplements being a complete myth and that we actually get enough protein in our normal diets. So you can get enough protein from foods. Like you can get it from your meats, you can get it from just normal daily nutrition. So like you could eat all of your protein from actual food. However, if you're struggling to get enough protein, that's where protein supplements come in. So you can have some whey, for example, some whey protein powder. It is not there to replace like actual protein sources, so it's not there to replace your meats or like your dairy products or anything like that. It is just a helping hand if you are struggling to hit your targets. So they are not a myth. They do help you hit your nutrition targets and get enough protein, but you should not replace them for like your actual protein sources. Just think of them as a helping hand. So hopefully that helps. Okay, the next question is from Caitlin, and she was asking how to get back into routine and feeling motivated after being out of routine whilst on holiday, etc. Finding it really, really hard. Okay, so if you are struggling to get back into your routine after being away, I would advise that you start small to begin with. So don't try and get back to everything you were doing before you went away on day one. So maybe start by just going to the gym and getting that back in place. And then maybe the day after, start logging your food again, focusing on protein and your calorie goal. And then once you're feeling like you're in a bit more of a routine with that, maybe then start looking at your carbs and fats and getting your steps. Like I would just build that routine back up gradually, just like you did from the start when you first started your health and fitness journey. You probably did not go in like ham from the beginning. You built up these habits gradually, so build them back up gradually and don't expect to be performing exactly the same as you did before you went away, because that can be really difficult. So I would just say start small, build up those habits gradually again, but also be kind to yourself and be like compassionate with it as well. You don't need to be 100% 24/7. Like that's not even, it's not even realistic. So just build up those habits slowly and focus on doing like 1% better every day, and then in no time you'll be back in routine. With regards to motivation, if you are struggling with your motivation after coming back from holiday, it's more than likely because your goal was to probably, you know, achieve a certain physique for your holiday. So now that you're back, I would sit down and set yourself some new goals that are going to excite you and motivate you, because it's more than, it's your lack of motivation is probably because you've already achieved your goal. So now you need to set new ones. Next question is whether I've given up bodybuilding. The short answer is no. I'm just not competing this year, and I'm probably not going to compete next year either. I'm more than likely looking around 2025, the back end of it. Reason being is I am a natural athlete. I'm a female as well, so it does take time to grow muscle, and I want to make sure that the next time I step on stage that I am, and I hate this term, but that my physique is unrecognizable. Like I want it to look so much more developed. I want the changes to be like mind-blowing, and that's just not going to happen as a natural female with a short off season. So I'm committing to a longer gaining phase so that I blow myself away next time I step on stage. One of the questions was what my favourite part about being a coach is, and I'm honestly struggling so much to answer that question, because I love so much about being a coach. I think I love every aspect of being a coach. But I think one thing that really stands out to me is when I see like my girls' confidence improving, like within their bodies, within the gym. Like, I just love seeing that. So probably seeing people's confidence grow. What is your favorite exercise? I would probably say dumbbell seated shoulder press. I really enjoy this movement, and I was stuck on the 17.5 for months and months and months and months and months until I come back from Spain and I got my 20s for the first time last week, and best feeling ever. And then probably for lower body, I'd say pendulum squat. Like, I do have a really big soft spot for the pendulum. I genuinely look forward to it every single week. So they would be my two. I don't think I could decide. So have one upper and one lower. So the next question is, how much is enough protein to have per meal? What is the right balance between carbs, fats and protein? Okay, first and foremost, I would say do not overcomplicate it. Focus on hitting your targets daily. So your daily nutrition targets, just focus on hitting them correctly. I would advise that you split your protein up relatively evenly throughout the day. So try and get a portion of protein within each meal. And then when it comes to like your carbs, I'd recommend like having most of them around your training window. So pre-workout and post-workout. But you know, if you have enough carbs, say if your calories aren't massively low, then just split them up relatively evenly across the day other than that. But if you are dieting and your carbs have gotten relatively low, then definitely prioritize the carbohydrates around your training window. That's what I would advise with regards to that. What is your favorite gym brand? I actually don't know. Just look on my Instagram, you'll know the answer. My friend Emily has asked me, how are you so wham? And the answer to that, it's just all the steroids I take. So, that's a joke. I'm not on any steroids, I'm completely natural. To be honest, like, I have grown a lot of muscle over the past couple of years, but that has just come down to learning to fuel my body properly and training like a fucking maniac, if I'm honest. So, yeah, I guess that's how I'm so wham. I did get quite a few questions about supplementation, but I think I will do a proper sit down video on this just because it's quite a large topic, so I'd rather like be able to delve into it properly rather than like cutting it all short because this vlog's already quite long. So I will answer the questions on supplementation, but probably in a later video. Okay, so I think I'm gonna wrap this video up here. Obviously this is just my first vlog back, so I hope that I did okay. I know a lot of it was me just working, but that is kind of my life right now. But I do hope you've enjoyed it, and I would really appreciate any support on this vlog. So if you've watched all the way to the end, please drop a like and a comment. I would really appreciate it. It's just going to help me begin growing this channel and becoming more confident on YouTube. So thank you so much for watching.